What was the initial reaction to see a foreigner campaigning?
Disbelief, like, what's he doing? Huh?
Is this for real? Is this a joke?
Yeah. Is this a joke? I mean, this is like before YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I know. So people would just like, what? You know? But then they would talk to people and say, oh, did you see that guy? You know, like around the coffee or ocha, you know, did you see that guy? Like, what's that all about?
So you had the power of word of mouth, actually.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. You know, and gotta hand it to my blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah. People talked. So that's what I was doing.
So you were standing in front of these research centers, meet and greet people, cycling around. Did you also go down the path of the poster?
Well, you have to. Well, you don't have to. But these poster boards that you were talking about, of course. The city pays for it.
The city pays for it?
Yeah. This is the 300,000 yen.
Okay.
Right? So the 300,000 yen would cover the cost of the posters, basically. And if you're a joke candidate, and like, so in Scuba, the last winning candidate gets about 2,000 votes. Mm-hmm. So if you have 150 votes, you lose the 300,000. And that covers the posters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
Right? And at the regional level, so the Ibaraki level, it's 600,000. And I think at the national level, it's something like $1 million or $1.5 million, something like that, you know? So.
Are these posters impactful? Do you get, or is it just to be seen, basically? To let people know you're...
Impactful, yes. Because there are enough people who are going to vote, they will go and read these boards. So it's usually some 60, 70-year-old standing in front, and they are reading everything very closely, you know. And so you have to imagine, again, you see all of these people's faces, and they all look very similar. That is to say, they all look Japanese, and like, whoa, what's this blonde guy doing there? You know, like, whoa. So how can you not read it? How can you not just go like, what's up with this?
So you really had this advantage of standing out.
Indeed.
So the nail that stood out wasn't hammered down, but was talked about, right? It was more like, we want to know more about this nail.
Yeah. And, you know, to be blunt, I think a lot of my advantage is because I look pretty close to Bill Clinton. Like I look close enough to Bill Clinton that, you know, when I have his book, and in his book he has a bunch of pictures from when he was a kid, and I look at those pictures, it's like, that's me, but I don't remember being there. That's how similar, and like so when we were 20 years old.
Japanese people were making the connection, like, oh, he's...
Sure. And, you know, personally, you know, everybody says, oh, you look like blah, 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 you know, and so many people have, you know, people have just thrown out so many names. It's like, what? You know, he's black. Like, I don't look like him. But Bill Clinton, like, just kept hearing this over and over and over again. And I didn't even really believe it myself so much, except when I was running my bar, some TV company came and they said, yeah, somebody said that you look a lot like Bill Clinton. And so is it okay if we come and do a little shoot? And it was like a 2-minute segment of like Bill Clinton's bartending in Japan in Scuba, you know. And so I said, yeah, you know, why not? Okay. So they took the shoot, or they did the shoot, and then they threw a picture of Clinton up there. And it was like, oh yeah, I do look like Bill Clinton. That was like the moment when it was very clear. Yeah, anyway.
And all of this led to your first election.
Yeah.